So let's go ahead and do that real quick. There's focus, 2 ender pearls, and that makes our teleposer. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regrowth Reloaded. Okay, as you can see behind me here, we've got 2 new trees in our collection, so let's take a quick look at these. This first one is the Wenge. It's kind of a short, fat tree here, but let's come in here and let's take a look at the wood on it. Go ahead and pop one of these logs off of here. And you can see it's kind of this muddled brown. Nothing fantastic, got a weird bark on it. But that's the Wenge. And then the other one we have here is the Baobab wood, which is actually the new trees that are going to be appearing somewhere in the 1.14, 1.15 when they actually do the Savannah update for Minecraft. But of course this is in the forestry mod, so these are what the baobabs look like in forestry. They'll look a little different of course in official Minecraft when it gets released. But let's take a look at the wood on this, and you can see it's kind of got this green interior on it, so it could be interesting to work with. I don't know, but that's those trees. And next one I am working on, I think it's a blue mahoe, which we'll have to wait and see how that comes along. This one was a pain to get because it's a 3x3 tree, so getting the saplings for it was very time consuming. Anything over 1x1, this one's a 2x2. It takes a while because you've got to hope that in your when you're doing your mutations, you're doing your crossbreeding of your trees, that you get enough saplings that will work together on this. So let me go ahead and toss this in here. Let's go ahead and kill these guys off real quick just to quiet them down. Alright, toss that junk in there. We don't need it. Anyways, we're going to come over to our blood altar, and you might see there's something a little bit different going on over there. So let's go ahead and open this up, and as you can see, yeah, we're now at a level 5 altar. There really wasn't anything special to do for it. We needed 4 beacons for the corners, and then just filling them in with runes, and that turned it up to level 5. Now something I don't quite understand is I made some extra runes of superior capacity, but our actual blood pool, the capacity went down on it for some reason, and I don't quite understand why. Because I took the I don't want that, I want my divination sigil. So it was at like 16,100, and now it's at 14,497. The capacity is 14,641, so we lost a little bit of capacity on it. So if you know what I need to do to start bumping up the capacity on this thing, please let me know and I will work on it. But yeah, we had some of these ones here, which one, rune of augmented capacity, and then they upgraded them to the superior capacity. Is that what it's called? Yeah, whatever, this one here. And I was thinking that should upgrade it, but it really didn't. We kind of lost something. So the 2 of these that I changed out to 2 of these, I don't know. But anyways, the tier 5 we're up to now, as you can see on here. When we look at this again, it's now a tier 5. So we got that. I also went ahead and I upgraded one of up to a master blood orb. So we can take a look at the recipe for that real quick. And that was using one of the weak blood shards in there with 40,000 life points. So I just did the thing with the orange juice and cookies, and just kept refilling it until, kept it going until it actually took hold. So it wasn't too bad. I wish I would have known about that when we were doing the other one, but that's that. Alright, so I want to take a look in our quest book, and there's like 2 more quests that I know of in here for this. So we're going to jump to chapter 13, The Way the World Bleeds. We're at 89%. I would like to be able to finish up this chapter, and hopefully doing these 2 will do that for us. So let's start here with this one, Going Places Bloody. It seems you finally reached the point where you can create for yourself the devices the pigmen seemingly used to steal the ores, causing the cataclysm. Unfortunately, you can't reproduce any sort of movement on that sort of scale. Sadly, this was your last lead in figuring out what happened, causing the cataclysm, so it seems that for now at least, you'll just have to accept that you have no idea how it happened and simply move on. Okay. While you can't achieve what the pigmen did, teleposers still seem useful for teleporting things around. You need a pair of them to use and a focus link to one of them placed in the other. Then simply activate with redstone signal to swap the blocks, depending on the level of the teleposition focus above the teleposers. Alright, so we need to make a teleposer and a teleposition focus. So let's take a look first of all at the teleposer itself. You can look at the recipe, and that's the teleposition focus with 6 gold and 2 ender pearls. Alright, so we need the teleposition focus as well, and that is an ender pearl in tier 4 blood altar with 2,000 life points. We can do that fairly easily here, so let me go ahead and grab one of these ender pearls out of here, and let's go ahead and do that real quick. Move this out of the way. I'm going to keep my book down there so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Drop that in there. And it's only 2,000 life points that it needs, so boom, it should be pretty fast. There we go. We've got our teleposition focus. Now the teleposer was 6 gold, 2 ender pearls, and the teleposition focus, was that correct? Let's take a look at that again. Yes, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Focus, 2 ender pearls, and that makes our teleposer. Alright. Let's see if there's anything else in this quest line that I don't know about yet. Nope. Okay, so that's complete, and we're going to get 64 reinforced slates out of that. Now the teleposer we've seen before, off in the distance there. You remember that kind of thing that we saw that had like lava around it, and there were a bunch of pigmen, and it was built out of obsidian and whatnot. And the top of that had a teleposer. So that was that thing. So let's take a look now at the next quest in here. Did that open anything else up? No. So we have ritual enhancement. So let's take a look at this one. Now that you've achieved tier 4, it is possible to produce dusk runes for making more advanced rituals. Okay, so we need to make an elemental inscription tool of dusk. We need to make one of those. Let's take a look at the recipe for that, and that is a block of coal in a tier 4 altar with 2,000 life points. Let's try to do this real quick before the sun goes down. So let's go ahead and grab that. We'll move these out of the way. Put this in here. And there we go. One elemental inscription tool for dusk. So let's take a look in the quest book. Oh, we got a crafting task where it wants us to make a ritual diviner. Alright, so let me sleep real quick, and then we'll come back and get the stuff and go ahead and make that next part of the quest. Alright, that took me a couple of minutes, but I took a look at the recipe here. So we've got this ritual diviner here, which is actually the one for dusk rooms. So let's take a look at this, and that's our regular ritual diviner with 2 demonic slates and 2 of the elemental inscription tools for dusk. So I went ahead and I made another elemental inscription tool for dusk. I had 1 demonic slate, so then I had to take one of the slates we just got all the way up to demonic as well. So we now have everything that we need to do this particular diviner that we need. So we're going to put the regular ritual diviner in there. So we've got our 2 of these here and our 2 demonic slates, and this is going to be one that is can place dusk runes. So let's go ahead and claim that. Let's take a look in our quest book, see if there's anything else. Nope, and that's going to give us 48 ritual stones and 2 more runes of acceleration. So let's go ahead and claim that reward. Did it open anything else up? Nope, doesn't look like it. Did we complete chapter 13? And we did. So we have completed yet another chapter. So let me go ahead and put this away real quick, and we will get started on the next thing that we want to. So hang on, I'll be right back with you. All right, we're back down in our storage area, and let's take a look in our quest book now. I want to go into chapter 14, how the world enhances. We're at 78% there. So let's see what we can do here to do a little bit more on our what is it? Academycraft. Yeah. So we want to take a look at Imagine a Better You. Now that you've established an iMag network, time to start seeing what it can allow you to do. Installing a data terminal will allow you to manage your iMag network better, as well as what is to come. Once crafted, right-click to install. The display can then be toggled by pressing the left menu, left alt key. So we need to make a data terminal. So let's take a look at the recipe for this. And this is 2 data chips, which we know how to make. Glass pane, reinforced iron plates, we know how to make. Redstone block. Okay, information processors, we got 2 of those. And a brainwave analyzer. The information processor is a data chip with glowstone. And let's go back into this, and the brainwave analyzer is a calculation chip with 2 gold nuggets and redstone. The calculation chip is just the data chip with nether quartz. So I already went ahead and I built all those pieces there. So let's go ahead and grab all this here, and that is a, what was that thing called again? All right, take a look in the book. Data terminal. Let's see if we can look this up real quick. Data terminal. That, and there we go. We have our data terminal. Cloud terminal updated. Okay. So it did. Okay, so installing data terminal will allow you to manage your iMag network better, as well as what is to come. Once crafted, right-click to install. The display can then be toggled by pressing left menu. Okay, so let's go ahead and try installing that real quick. Actually, let's go ahead and claim our reward, which is only my railgun. I have no idea what that is. I think that's a music. Yeah, it's a music thing, which we won't be able to play because we don't want copyright strikes. Okay, installing. Okay, so we have our data terminal, Misaka Cloud. Okay, that's our normal thing. Settings. Okay. So did this add anything new in here? Research note, resource, solar generator, metal former, data terminal. Okay. Data terminal has 2 initial apps, settings and Misaka Cloud terminal. Besides, it has 3 additional apps, skill tree, media player, and frequency transmitter. Additional apps shall be installed by the app installer using left menu key to display or close data terminal. Following is the introduction to each app. Skill tree shows your current level, skill experience, and available skills. Frequency transmitter helps you to establish connections among matrices, nodes, generators, etc. Media player, play the music. Settings, change your hotkeys or other options. Masaka Cloud Terminal, this is what you're reading now. Okay. Alright. Was it left alt? Okay, turn that off for the moment. I'm going to put this aside because I think that needs like the media player installed to use it anyways. Alright, so let's see what our next task in here is. Okay. Yeah, that's App Store. Let's take a look at phase refinement. To make more advanced IMAG equipment, you're going to need to refine those IMAG crystals. That's where the IMAG fuser comes in. Supply liquid phase, amount in millibuckets in the NEI handler, and input the crystals to process the crystals to a more refined stage. Okay, so this wants us to make an IMAG fuser. So let's take a look at that. That is 4 constrained metal plates. We know how to do those. Low purity IMAG crystals. We know how to make those. Empty unit. We'll take a look at here in a machine frame. And 2 calculation chips. We know how to make those. Machine frame is just 4 metal plates around redstone. And the empty unit, this is 4 constrained metal plates around a piece of glass. So I've already pulled all that stuff together as well. And we're going to come in here, and that was IMAG fuser. FUSOR, there it is there. Yep, we're doing this one up here. And there we go. We've got our IMAG fuser. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else in here? Nope. Let's go ahead and claim our reward. Alright. What is next in the book? Okay, so this opened up a couple more things. So now we've got technological abilities, App Store. Let's take a look at App Store. Now I only had these 2 queued up with everything we needed because of course these weren't open, so I didn't know what we needed to do on those. So let's take a look at App Store. The data terminal doesn't enable all that much by itself other than letting you view some settings. However, you can give it more function by installing a few different apps. Looks like we got musical app installer and then another music thing there. So the wireless frequency app gives you the ability to manipulate the IMAG connections between different devices using your terminal. Try it out. So we want to make the app installer. So let's see what this is. This is a resonator, a data chip, and an information processor. Okay, let's see what we can do. Come in here, app installer. Is that the right one? There's 3 different app installers. Which one does it want me to make? Okay, the one that looks like that. Okay. App installer. This one here, it looks like that. So we want a resonator. Do we have everything for this? We are missing constraint metal plates. I think I have some outside. Let me run up there real quick. It's night, so let me sleep. Don't really need to, but let's just do it and get it out of the way. And I think I've got some over here in this metal former thing, I think is what it was called. Yeah. Not in there. No, they were in the chest. I've got some straight metal plates there. Alright. Run back downstairs. Alright. Let's go ahead and toss this back into there. Toss those in there. Toss that in there. Clear that out. App installer. Want the middle one. So resonator. Go ahead and make one of those. Clear that out. We need data chip. What am I missing on the data chip? Basic control circuits. Do I have everything? What am I missing for that? Osmium plates. Alright, we can do that real quick. Osmium plate. Craft like 20 of them. Get this going. It's going to take a little while because the rolling machines are slow, of course. 1, 2, there we go. Basic control circuit. Back into our app installer. In there. Data chip. Got our data chip. And we need information processor, which is another data chip. And we need that thing in the middle again. Couple of them. Information processor, so data chip. Redstone. Glowstone, I should say. Data chip, resonator. There we go. We have our app installer. Okay, and that's complete, and that's going to give us the music app installer and the music. So let's go ahead and claim our reward. Alright, so let's see. Can we do this? App installer. We have successfully installed the app frequency transmitter and installed the app media player. So do you just do the same thing? Right click on these. Yep. Yep, and that's that. Okay. Okay, so we've got our media player. We're not going to play anything out of that. Frequency transmitter. Please right click a wireless matrix or node to start establish link form. Alright, so let's go upstairs and let's take a look at that real quick and see what it does. Okay. Right click. Let's see. Frequency transmitter. Wireless matrix or node. So go ahead and click on the wireless matrix. Come on. Why is this being a pain in the neck? Frequency transmitter. Right click a wireless matrix. Center to continue. Wireless node. Okay, so that just links and unlinks them. Okay. Okay, so yep, that's connected to that. Alright, so that's all that does. Alright, let's see what else, if we got the stuff to do anything else in Academycraft. Alright, let's take a look in our quest book. So that's completed. So next thing it wants is technological abilities. Now that you can produce better IMAG crystals, the true power of IMAG is available to you. You can now attune yourself to the crystals, unlocking otherwise latent abilities, allowing you to harness great power. With the ability developer, you can perform the initial unlock of abilities, at which point you will get assigned to one of 4 classes: Electromaster, Meltdowner, Teleporter, or Vector Manipulator. Each have unique abilities, and you can gain new abilities by leveling up the ones you already have by using them. To use your obtained abilities, press N, changeable in the settings panel of the data terminal, to assign the abilities to slots, and press V to activate your abilities, enabling extra HUD to show how to use each one. So, normal ability developer. I don't know what these are for. It's going to give us a needle, essence of IMAG, high voltage magnetic coil. Let's take a look at the recipe for this and see if we have what we need to do any of this. So, portable developer, basic matrix core, a bed, a piston, redstone, a machine frame, and mid-purity IMAG crystal. So this is a normal ability developer. So let's see if we can craft this real quick. Normal ability developer. So let's see what this takes for the portable developer. Data chip, calculation chip, brainwave analyzer, information processor, energy converter. Okay, this is going to take a bit to do. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull together some of this stuff on my own. In the next episode we will go ahead and finish this up. But yeah, I think we've got everything we need for this. It's just going through the rabbit hole of building all the pieces to get the portable developer, basic matrix core. Yeah, it's just we got to do tons of these data chips. So I got to make sure that I've got enough of the chips that we use to make them in the first place. Okay, so let's go ahead and put down this IMAG fuser just to see and get it hooked up to our network here. Energy, idle, and okay, so we want this to connected to power network. There we go. What else does this thing do? So it looks like he puts, I'll have to figure out what we do with this. I guess you got to make some different types of crystals with some liquid stuff or whatever. I don't really know what to do with that, so I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. Alright, well that's it for this episode. We did quite a bit today. We finished up our blood magic, the last couple of quests there. We did a couple of things here for the Academycraft, and we've still got a bit more to go on that. Hopefully by the next episode we'll be able to close out chapter 14 as well. And then we can get back into stuff that we need to, such as witchery. There's a little bit of stuff that we have to do for Britannia as well. Then I still don't know what it's going to take to open up the last chapter. I'm going to have to do a little research in that. But that's dipping into the Millionaire mod, where we have to build some villages and do some kind of crazy stuff with that. But we'll take a look at that as well. And yeah, we've also got a little bit left of ThePhoenixLodge to finish that up. But I kind of want to put that on hold again because we're dipping into the darker side of ThePhoenixLodge, and I don't want to go crazy at this point while we still got other things that we need to be doing. You know, I don't need weird stuff showing up that while we're in the middle of trying to do something like being witchery or something like that. It's just totally unrelated with ThePhoenixLodge. So I'm going to put ThePhoenixLodge on kind of on hold for a little bit longer until we get caught up on a few other things. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.